I forgot. Combat pots. Unforgivable. There we go. Whew. I probably should have sat on one just in case there. Big ouchies. Everybody's crowded. Oh boy. Poor healer. Just completely spent on mana because somebody butt pulled. I can eat that, no problem. Nope, we're not going to let you eat it though. Yep, somebody always does it. Hoop. Spooky. Spooky, spooky. And now I have no cooldowns. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Apparently we're not swapping at 7. And he stole my debuff. Debuff thief person. And we're gonna end up with stop swap. Like, what is hard about swapping at 7, guys? This is frustrating. I don't know what's difficult about swapping at 7, but we made it work. I'm gonna finish her off. Ooh, are we gonna beat it? Yeah. Nope. Stay with me, guys. I don't like pulling those together until I know we're not going to get a really bad combo of malformed Shaw explosions and the healing debuff from the Mistweaver. I know this exasperates some pugs, but the key timer in here is quite generous unless you just have a full wipe. So I do tend to go a little conservatively here, a little more so than typical pugs. And I'll probably pull after these Malformed Sha are done, because we probably won't get more. And so now we can handle it. It's just unfortunate that this next pull's at the furthest point in its patrol. So it kills a little bit of time. I didn't pick up Decurse because the Shaman agreed to have it, and doing that I would lose Nature's Vigil and Innervate, and considering we're pulling bosses with the healer at 13% mana, it's probably a good thing I still have Innervate for him. Or her. Or Toaster. Yeah, he's at 1% mana. Or not. Not drinking? Why? He's not drinking. He's healing. Oh. Cool story. Now that's the kind of stuff, this is where things will go sideways and tend to go sideways in my Jade Serpent. Is, yes, I know it's exasperating to pull this slow. You know, you do have a bear tank, which means you have to be a little more controlled. A little more controlled. I feel like we are probably, if we are not controlled, it is GG's here. So I have to be a little more controlled, because you can end up get with a fear or 2 pulls worth of Malformed Sha going off at once, both of which are just terrible. That was a not the pull I usually go for next, but I'm taking what the dungeon gives me in terms of patrols. I don't want to use a battle res here because the next boss is spooky. So and again, it has to do with just me being super conservative. I think that's gonna hurt. I was winning, says the guy. He almost, well, I feel like he probably could have ran back by now. Whatever you're gonna do. I really hope the healer's drinking right now and not rezzing. Or topping off our things. Yep. Yeah, we can do this, and if it gets, we'll add the other one part of the way through it, and that's fine. Kind of in no man's land with this, where I'm tanking this guy right now. Want to add, but not in the middle of a Sha burst, like a Malformed Sha dying burst, you know? I feel like that's a lot to recover from on a bleedy week. Yep. And as soon as these little guys are toast, I can go ahead and add them now. I could have added them earlier. As soon as these little Sha are dead, I'll add another one. And again, I know it's just exasperating. See, that's a lot of damage. Alright, gonna give her a little bit of mana here. That's probably good. And here we go with what I consider the hardest boss in here. A little trick I learned from picking up from one of my teammates here is that you can walk out the instant she starts, or that she strikes you. You don't have to wait for the circle animation. Trying to save my cooldowns for 70%. But that means I am taking a fair bit of damage from the fire strike on its own. Alright. Might have to use a cooldown here if I don't get... Okay, there we go. So I'm going to use some shit now. Oh boy. That was spooky as fuck. Me. Alright, I'll use Bark Skin and my Absorb Trinket next. Bear Wall and probably Berserk, which I only have defensive Berserk. Now I'll use Pulverize, Tooth and Claw because I got a proc. And I'm going to use a Berserk here so I can just spam some heals. And good thing I did because I'm an idiot and got hit by the wave like an absolute jerk. And we have 3 reses, so I am going to get some rage up. I got hit by the breath, I'm distracted. I was looking in the rendered world like a jerk. Again, making silly mistakes, and my healer is really good and definitely making... Golly, I hit by the flames twice there. And the breath once. So, you know, like the law of averages kind of works out. I feel like there are keys where I didn't do anything wrong and then somebody else messes up and then that leads to people rage quitting and all that stuff. So this is definitely, I think, the law of averages working out where I've made a couple of mistakes that could have very easily been a wipe, especially with a bear as the tank. And, oh boy, getting a little spicy in there. And this is one where I think teammates covered for me a little bit, so... Law of averages just working out a bit. 8 minutes left. Got to be urgent, but not stupid. All right. Gonna let him eat that. Oh boy. Oh, thank goodness. That was good stun. I was in no man's land there. No bear's land. Alright, I'm going to save my roars and stuff. My AoE stops. Roar, Typhoon, and stuff for the next pull. Because it can get really spooky. Alright, I think we gotta transition this into the next one. Run back, buddy. Alright, I'm gonna... Oh, there we go. Good stun. Oh, that's not good. I wanted to save that. Oh well. Healer is in bad way. Both in mana, because I'm a dodo. Letting her get a little bit of mana. That's enough for this pull. Bear walling right off the top. And I'm going to keep an eye on that fear right there. So the Dark Claws are going to get me, but the fear obviously can be a deal breaker. So I'm just rolling CDs here, trying not to stand in poop. Now I need to start kiting, unfortunately, because those Minions of Doubt, I am out of... I think I got it now. Yeah. Once there's only one left, then I can use Pulverize on them. But you just Pulverize is not great for trash unless there's a priority ad that's going to do bad things. And again, the only reason I've got Pulverize is because it's a shorter path to Ursoc's Fury. Trying to let her drink for a second, and then we gotta go. Gotta go. Gonna get her to 60, and then I've got Innervate up, and we'll go. When these debuffs go out, well, let's go ahead and put this out. She's probably gonna mess Dispel, which is just super amazing. If we all get together here, I can Vortex. And Vortexing just locks them all in place with some stun. Oh, get off me. And now she's doing great. She's got my Innervate. Yeah, I took this ultra conservative, so now we're feeling the pressure a little bit. But again, I feel like that courtyard ends up being a make or break point if somebody misses a kick. And probably any higher than this 21, and I would have needed to start getting more aggressive. Funny thing is, I think a lot of people would argue that pull I made with the double pandas in 21s and up is super aggressive too, and I think they're right. That's a tough pull for the healer. Yeah, I'm going to pop Berserk there to catch up healing since I ran through a debuff to shed my thing. And again, I've only got Berserk that has defensive value for when I push keys this high. So it doesn't offer me the cooldown reduction on Thrash or Maul or anything. All right, so we lost the healer, so I need to start sandbagging some rage here. Oh, I wish he'd cancel it now. The angel form is just super spooky to not cancel instantly. If it gets me distracted big time off my game when I'm having to hover over somebody. I just went ahead and used Pulverize there while I'm sure she's got other people to stabilize. 10 seconds and Nature's Vigil will come back up, but she's already stabilized everybody. was. Yeah, now at this point I'm just going to start rolling cooldowns kind of gently to make me the last thing she has to worry about, hopefully. Well, oops. Oh boy. We're going to have to do these guys legit. Oh, and one got away. Rats. Cutting it close now. There we go. GG's.